Shalom, Shalom, Juice Gang family. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the harmful side effects of birth control. Now, before I jump into this topic, please understand that I am not a doctor. I'm not giving you all any medical advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now, y'all know I had to put that in there because y'all know how YouTube is. But seriously, you really want to talk things over with your doctor and make sure that this is the best decision for your temple and that it's not going to have any harmful side effects on your body. Y'all know I have my notes. I love to have my notes. So let's go ahead and jump into the first thing I want to talk about, and that is how God ordained for things to be. You know I have to bring God into this because I love Yahuwah and I love Yahushua, which is the Father and the Son. I'm Hebrew, so those are the Hebrew names. But for this video, y'all know I like to say God, so I don't throw anybody off track. So God ordained for things to be a specific way, and we have come away from how He ordained things to be. So let's look at Genesis 1:28. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. He didn't say take birth control. He said be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over every fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Now we're going to go into three categories why women go on birth control and why things are the way they are. Category number one, children in high school. Children in high school having sex at an early age. And if you're doing this, your parents are 9 times out of 10 are going to do what? No, let's go, let's get you on birth control. You ain't bringing no babies up in here. And this is because we have disobedient children doing whatever they want to do. Yeah, I'm going to put that out there. Let's be real. Because if your parent tell you something and you go against what they say and do it anyway, you're being a disobedient child. I have 3 boys, and if I tell them something and they don't do it, and they do what they want anyway, they're being disobedient. They're not listening to what I'm saying. So when you're grown and you have your own place, you can do whatever you want. But in my roof, I'm giving direct orders. You're supposed to listen. So you're a disobedient child. And that means you're out of control. You're out of order because you're doing what you want to do. Your parents can't control you. So you go on birth control because they don't want no babies in their house that they're going to have to raise because you're still a child yourself. Category number 2. A lot of women go on birth control for hormonal issues. It could be acne. It could be PCOS, where you're having irregular cycles, painful periods, heavy periods. You don't want to take birth control because you're putting a Band-Aid over it. You're not getting to the root cause. If you're dealing with acne, go on an elimination diet. See what's triggering your acne, where you can slowly introduce foods one at a time to see what's triggering your acne. It could be dairy, it could be fried foods, but you want to get to the root cause. And if you're dealing with PCOS, heavy cycles, and things like that, you want to go on a low-carb diet, cut out the processed foods, stick to eating real foods. You don't want to go super low on your carbs, but just keep your carbs in a nice normal range where you're not spiking your insulin so high. And how else can I put it? Because if you're in high school, a lot of parents may say, I don't want you to do fasting, but fasting is good if you're an adult. You can do intermittent fasting where you're eating a certain period of time of the day to get your hormones back balanced. But normally when you're not eating any junk foods, it's going to get your hormones back balanced anyway. So I had to be careful with how I said that. And category number 3, the career woman, the woman who wants the career, where she's like, look, I got things that I'm trying to accomplish. I'm not trying to have any babies right now. I'm going to take this birth control. Now, for the career woman, once you come off and this is for all categories, I might as well say, when you come off the birth control, what's going to happen? Are you going to be able to get pregnant? These are the questions. Is it going to affect your body where you're not going to be able to conceive? But let's jump into the side effects. Okay? Headaches. Who want to be dealing with headaches if you're already a person who naturally get them anyway? This isn't going to make your situation any better. This is going to increase your headaches, and you're not going to feel good. Nausea, weight gain. If you're in high school, you don't want to be having nausea, especially when you're trying to study, pass tests. You're a career woman. You don't want to be dealing with nausea. What woman wants to put on weight, especially if you're trying to look good? And then if you have an issue with weight gain anyway, this is not going to make the situation, again, any better. Spotting or missed periods, because it's messing with your hormones. So who want to be dealing with spotting, especially if you just had your cycle? Now you got to be careful. And ladies, you know what I mean when I say be careful, and you got to have something down there to protect you, because you don't know if you're going to start spotting today. Who want to be dealing with that? Decreased sex drive. Wow. Mood changes, mood swings. Who want to be dealing with that? We go through enough as it is as women. Mood changes, breast tenderness, or breast enlargement. Wow. Now, if you're a woman who are naturally big, up in the top area, the breast area, who wants to have their breasts bigger when you're already dealing with that? I mean, I have family members who are very enlarged up there, and they would not want to be dealing with that, because they're already complaining, saying they want to have them decreased. Vaginal discharge or vaginal dryness. Ladies, really? Vaginal discharge? That means you're definitely going to have something to protect you down there, because now you're dripping all over the place down there, because this is something you can't control because it's coming from the birth control. And then vaginal dryness. Who wants to be dry down there like that, and then it's not going to feel good because it's just dry? This is crazy. Anxiety and depression. If you're already dealing with anxiety and depression, this isn't going to make your situation any better. A lot of teenagers, they go through depression, anxiety, because they're in high school. They may feel like they're not beautiful. They may feel like they want their bodies to look a certain way. There's a lot of pressure on women that we need to be looking like this or that, where societies make us feel like, I'm just not good enough because I don't look like this supermodel. So this isn't going to make the situation any better. And ladies, if you're dealing with that, please understand that you're beautiful. You're beautiful just the way how God made you. There is nothing wrong with you. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you are beautiful, because you are. And if no one told you today that you're beautiful, Juice Game is telling you, you are gorgeous, and love the skin that you're in. Brain fog. Who want to be dealing with brain fog? Especially if you're a career woman, you're in college, you're in high school, you're trying to study, you're trying to pass tests, and then you're going to be dealing with brain fog. And last but not least, the elephant in the room that they don't want to talk about, infertility. I personally know women who's been on birth control since high school, got married, and they don't have kids. And still to this day, they don't have children. And it hurts them. It hurts them very badly because they want children. So you want to be careful with this. A lot of doctors will say, no, this is not true. But there are women who are dealing with this. So ladies, you want to be very careful, especially if you want to have children. And then I do know some women, it took them a while to get pregnant. It took them a while. Like I said, and if you're dealing with hormonal issues and things like that, when you come off of that birth control, that problem is still going to be there. And it's going to come back like a rage in hell. The acne is going to be 10 times worse than what it was before. Your hormones are going to just go crazy. And there are women who have shared their stories on YouTube who were on birth control and come off of it, and they have shared their experiences that the problems that they were dealing with came back with vengeance. So you want to be careful. So we should really, ladies, be keeping our legs closed, because every time when you have sex with someone, it's a soul tie. And we are on number 4, because number 3 was to keep your legs closed, because you don't want to have any soul ties. Every time when you have sex with someone, you have a soul tie with that man. When you have sex, it's spiritual. It is really spiritual. God ordained for women to be with one man her whole life. Her whole life. It is a blood covenant. When you're a virgin and you have sex with your partner, which should technically be your husband, when he enters into you and the blood is shed, it is a blood covenant. And blood covenants are till death, unless your husband dies or you pass away. This is serious. And this is why a lot of women who sleep around and have all kinds of sex partners, they have mental health issues. They don't want to admit it, but the science and information is out there that when a man comes inside of you, that semen stays inside of you. And then when another man enters inside of you and inserts his semen inside of you, those two semens compete with one another. Did y'all know that? The semen goes to your brain, ladies. Your brains. You gotta dig and do the research. When I found this out, it blew my mind away. And if it goes to the brain, this is why women don't know if they're coming or going. They're flipping out on their partners in their relationships because they're mentally affected from this. And then you have some women, I hear the stories. Oh, I miss my ex. I just miss the way he touched me, the way he hugs me, the way he holds me. I'm dealing with such and such now, and he doesn't do anything the way how he does it. And I gotta tell them the harsh reality. Girl, he's not. They're two different men. The way he touched you over here, John ain't gonna touch you the same way that Dave touched you. They're two totally different men. So this is why, ladies, you should want to keep your legs closed. And if you are having sex, stop it. And if you know women who are virgins, send them this video. You are special. Save your flower. Don't just be giving your flower away to anybody. You should save that for your husband, someone who's going to love you, be with you till death do you part, and you can have a family and children, and you don't have to worry about any drama that comes on behind it because you ain't got no soul ties with no other man. Keep your legs closed. And I'm not trying to hurt anybody or bash anybody. I'm really trying to help us, ladies, and help this younger generation, because they're wild, they're drinking, they're partying, they're clubbing, they're popping pills and just having all kinds of wild sex. It's like this is Sodom and Gomorrah all over again. We have to get back on track and get things right. So that was tip number 5. Stay a virgin. So that's what I wanted to talk to you all about today. Are the side effects really worth it? If you do want children, is it really worth taking a risk that you may not be able to have them in the future? And this video, again, this is for women who want to have children, because I know there are a lot of women who say, I don't care, it's not affecting me, I'm good, I don't want no kids. This video isn't for you. This is for my sisters who do want to have children. And ladies, again, if you're dealing with any type of health issues, birth control isn't the way. So that's it for this video. I really hope that you all enjoyed it. Do your own research. Don't take my word for it. Always do your research. I'm going to always tell everyone who is subscribed to my channel to do your own research, because knowledge is power. And if you like these type of videos, please hit that subscribe button. And I love you all. I will see you in my next video. Shalom.